Well, the House Committee report on the Robb Elementary School shooting that Tony mentioned says there were multiple instances where police response was flawed. A former Navy SEAL says the video shows a lack of communication and training. Connor Board shares why he believes tactical military training could help local law enforcement in these situations.
The hallway video of the police response at Robb Elementary when 19 kids and 2 teachers were shot and killed is hard to watch, especially if you have tactical experience.
When you saw the police officers sitting in the hallway, I mean, we have an overwhelming amount of firepower on the good guys' side. We had all kinds of kit, ballistic helmets, ballistic vests. We had ballistic shields. It's frustrating.
Jeff Reeves is a former Navy SEAL who served for 8 years.
We get extensive training on weapons, tactics in all kinds of terrains, such as woodland, Arctic, desert, inside of structures, houses, buildings.
Reeves says he does not blame the officers who were on scene that day. He blames a lack of training and communication.
Obviously, it was apparent that they didn't have the training, those communication breakdowns. Somebody higher up wasn't making the calls, and that's where the breakdown is.
Reeves believes some of the tactical training military members go through could benefit local law enforcement departments in how to respond to situations like a school shooting.
I would love to train these guys, to bring them up to speed, to show them the proper ways to dissect the video that we have and say, how this is how you should have done it better.
What are some of the main reasons you think that would be beneficial?
Well, beneficial because, as I mentioned earlier, who has the best training in order to deal with stuff like this? People in the military, naval special warfare, special forces, Marine infantry units who used to do this day in and day out.
Reeves does say some people see this as the militarization of police, but he says this would just give them more training tools to use in these situations.
I know in the school shooting trainings that a lot of these officers have been through and a lot of people in the state of Texas go through, one of the top things is getting to the shooter as quickly as possible. Is that the same in your training, and is that important in this situation?
Yes, in a situation like this, you know where at least one known shooter is, because that is where all your sensory, your hearing, your visual is coming from. You're being shown that something is done. Now, that doesn't mean that you completely ignore everything else around you. And we now know that there's plenty of police officers that could have taken up different positions. But yes, get to that initial sensory stimulus and deal with it as fast as you can.
He has actually worked with some law enforcement departments, but says that is up to each local entity.
I contract with a company that we actually do train some local SWAT teams. I've done that on the East Coast. I've done that down south.
Reeves says he was not there that day and does not know everything officers were dealing with, but says the goal should always be to stop the threat quickly.
Make a call, make movement forward against the threat, and neutralize it.
Reporting in Austin, I'm Connor Board.